Okay, so it's time for the Bo Nix portion of the program. We've hinted around a little bit. This episode may not be as high on him as some people, namely Sean Payton. Dave, we like the issues with using his completion percentage. I think most people can get behind that and understand that. But if Sean Payton drafts him and he goes to that system, does it really matter? Can't he do pretty much all of the things that Peyton's going to have to ask a quarterback to do?
Sure, but I wouldn't expect maximum efficiency, and therefore he shouldn't be counted on to be a dynamite fantasy quarterback. Could he be like Russell Wilson last year in Denver, where
Well, he's better suited for Peyton's system than Russell Wilson, isn't
he's
he?
better suited for that type of offense that they ran last year? And listen, any quarterback could do that. It's kind of easy stuff. But eventually, Denver's going to be down 7 with 3 minutes to play. And Bo Nix isn't going to be able to dink and dunk the whole way down. Maybe if they have 3 timeouts. What the hell?
I was going to say, though, that sounds like the perfect situation for a Sean Payton Bo Nix marriage. Okay, and then is the other team in prevent.
And things could get a little bit messy there. I worry about him going back to the level that he didn't play at a great level when he was at Auburn, but he wasn't asked to keep it light and keep it short like he did at Oregon. And yeah, he did that well. Can he be an unbelievably productive NFL quarterback doing that? I mean, if he's throwing it 40 times a game, maybe. So a lot of qualifiers for him to actually be good for statistical purposes, if that's the offense and if that's the game that he's going to be in.
Is he very situation dependent in your mind, Thor? Like, I know you got him behind all the guys we've talked about so far, but could you see a situation where Denver does something that we don't think they should, drafts him early and you like the fit and then he moves up?
Well, yeah. I mean, teams do stupid stuff every year. So yeah, I mean, I expect Bo Nix to be overdrafted. It would be egregious if he went in the first round. But yeah, I mean, my Vikings took Christian Ponder in the first round once, so you can't put it past anybody. But yeah, Bo Nix, it's for me, he will be a late 3rd rounder on my board. He was a guy as a true freshman at Auburn. He got on the field. He played right away. He had 103 screen passes that year. They were babying him. You know, he was just out of high school. Last year at Oregon, he had 106 screen passes. J.J. McCarthy in his entire career had less screen passes than Bo Nix had in each of his college seasons, or 4 of his 5 college seasons. I'm sorry. Bo Nix's entire career was like this, where it was just throwing the screen passes. In Gus Malzahn, Dave was sort of making this point. In Gus Malzahn's system at Auburn, they asked you a little bit more to stand in the pocket and to go deep. Javon Baker's eval, we talk about this out of UCF. That's where Gus Malzahn is now. There was heavy downfield passing in that. You know, his ADOT was super duper high. But where that's where Bo Nix really struggled, was sitting back in the pocket and then having to go beyond, 1, 2 reads, whatever, and then have to denote the pass rush and then get the ball downfield. That's the thing that Oregon system inoculated him from. It was all pre-snap reads. Which is why Bo Nix is last year, I think he had the 4th fastest release time in the FBS, because all the decisions were made for him pre-snap based on the math. It was literally, it's like elementary school. You count the numbers on each side of the field, and then the answer is literally given to you. So you know which dude you were throwing to, and then you immediately do it after the snap. And then sometimes you got the one-on-one shot. Those were the times where it went down the field. But again, that was denoted before the snap. How does someone explain to me how this is translatable to the NFL, where you have to make your decisions post-snap? Bo Nix has never done that before. In addition, he struggles, again, denoting the pass rush. We saw at Auburn, he was a crash test dummy with the guy coming from the blind side. He would just get ragdolled there. The other thing is, I like the upper body mechanics. Like, he is good with that stuff. That's where you see, like, the short and the intermediate accuracy. He does throw that tight spiral there. He's got the spin on it. Downfield is where you got the issues. The mechanics with the lower body aren't there, and he doesn't have the howitzer for an arm. So you see he's got to throw the kitchen sink on it. We were down in Mobile at the Senior Bowl. Bo Nix was an all-time checkdown artist there. He did not want to show the NFL his arm strength because he doesn't have it. So he was totally avoiding those kind of downfield throws and was like, hey guys, look at how accurate I am within 10 yards, you know, and it's like, Bo, we know. We saw 5 years of that. Throw it down the field. But he wasn't going to do that because he can't do that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, you know, is Sean Payton going to overdraft him? Yes, probably. Should people be citing his accuracy to call him the most accurate quarterback in the class? No, the guy threw, you know, again, 27% of his passes were screen passes. That's what his accuracy profile is based on.